Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Caught, close to the marker, it's Wallace. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds some fresh air. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Lacey. Still on his feet at the 45. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw at Simmons. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to barge in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one.
Here we go. Leo.
Direct snap. It's Taylor. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
Direct snap. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
The Trojans buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate that they ain't having. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
From his end zone, he'll go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. He's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the
brings it in down the left side. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Goes to the option. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
He'll ride his man on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Might be calling a hot route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Snagged in the middle. It's Haas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Basic connection. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now they'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Simmons. Fires to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. He's brought down as short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. With the catch, it's Lemon. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Stribling. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing two really good defenses go at it today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
They were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long with the 26. It's It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Sweet cut there. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. On the ground, it's Jordan. Looking for room at the 40. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On the option. And some room to work. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And 3rd and long as a defensive lineman, man, I'm thinking fly up the field, get to the quarterback. They sneak in the option. The defense not ready. He didn't even have to pitch it. He just kept it himself and gets the 3rd and long situation.
The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They go to the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Powers through the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this.
Touchdown, USC! They take the lead with the 6.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's second and goal. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Lemon. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time, the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Rushes on him. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got some room, it was over. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Simmons. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up.
USC 14, Ole Miss 3.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wallace. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Rebels have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hobbs. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll run the option. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Toss to the outside. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blown the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. The sure hands, it's Strachan. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
And the Trojans line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. The ground after a short gain. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And Every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the ground. He's got it again. Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They'll toss it to the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
I think they keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is... There he goes! Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. Eastern Michigan is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Eagles fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They get to him as he throws. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day,